first day we had only 10 students coming and there were 10 teachers. The journey went on and then today we have like 4,500 students, 200 teachers. And now it's a limit. Last 2 years we cannot take any admission because we are full.
Tell us about the 50,000 snake plant project. How did that idea come to you?
So air in our school is much cleaner than outside Delhi. हम क्या करते हैं कि we have 3 auditoriums in our school and we promote children that they have to come on the stage and speak.
Okay.
Their speaking skills are very important.
What was your reaction when you received the Pride of India award at the House of Commons?
Even Shah Rukh Khan has used this dialogue in his movie. शिद्दत से अगर किसी चीज को चाहेंगे तो पूरी कायनात जुट जाती है वो आपको दिलाने के लिए.
What's one thing that your students would be surprised to know about you? Whenever you need some advice and you don't find someone else around you, so you just flip a coin in the air and whatever the kind of answer you are expecting, so you will get the answer. No,
Yeah.
this is one I was expecting. And who is your favorite actor?
Shah Rukh Khan. I would definitely go to Vaikunt Dham.
Seriously?
Even I would like to go to Ladakh. It's my dream. And when I have to dance, then I'll just stand behind somebody and do this.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Voice of Leadership podcast presented by Orange House. Whether you are a podcast pro or one of those video people who love watching everything on screen, you are in for a real treat today. Joining us is Dr. Manin Thakur, the director of Joseph and Mary Public School, Delhi, a man who turned small classroom into a thriving institution of over 4,500 students. This episode is going to be power-packed with a lot of grit, growth, and a few surprises you would never expect of a principal. So I'm super excited. Without wasting time, let's get started. Welcome to this show, sir.
Thank you.
And my first question for you is, what inspired you to pursue a Ph.D. in history and how has that shaped your leadership style in the school?
Like history is a subject, people say that history repeats itself.
Okay.
So I say history repeats only for fools.
Okay.
So history is something, you have to take lesson from.
Okay.
You have to learn from history. Because if you don't learn from history, you will be repeating it. So that is the reason I love to study history and I love to watch even on YouTube channel
Okay.
different historical events.
Okay. But history seems to be a little, tough subject, I believe.
It's tough when you try to mug it up and you are learning it. So if you read it as a story, then it's a great inspiration.
Yeah. And if I specifically talk about our Indian history, I mean, that's filled with a lot of, ancient culture, traditions, Mughal Empire and all
Like
those
we have
stories.
10,000-year-old history in India.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, cultivation of rice began in India.
Oh,
We had Belen Valley,
yeah.
where the first instances of growing rice is seen. So we have a big, very rich history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds very interesting, from 10 to 4,500 students. What were some pivotal moments in that journey?
There were very many such moments. Like my father started it,
Okay.
and then that time I remember I was in class 9th. And first day we had only 10 students coming and there were 10 teachers.
Okay.
So the journey went on and then today we have like 4,500 students and over 200 teachers.
So that must be a great accomplishment.
Yeah, the most important turning point was, after COVID, we had 11 or 1,200 admissions. And that was because, during COVID time, we were the pioneers. We were the first one to start this online classes.
Okay.
I think 20th of March was the day we had first lockdown. And I knew exactly that it's going to stay.
Okay.
It is not a matter of 1 day or 1 week.
Okay.
So immediately I started we had a meeting and I told everybody that we will be starting with online classes. And those days nobody knew about these online channels and all. So I said that we will be preparing lectures, teachers will be recording it, and then we will be sharing it on YouTube so that everybody will watch it.
Okay.
And I was very much surprised that we have one class, we have maybe 300 students. But that time the views were 15,000, 16,000 like this for every videos we were posting. So I knew that there are more people watching it.
Okay.
And that was the reason in our area, most of the children, their school was not starting any online classes.
Okay.
They were watching our channels.
Okay.
So immediately after this COVID, the priority was to take admission in Joseph and Mary Public School.
Okay.
So this is how it began. We had a cross 4500, and now it's a limit. Last 2 years we cannot take any admission because we are full.
Okay. So extremely, I mean, it's brilliant,
Yes,
and
yes.
I think after COVID, so I mean, the diversion from, the offline to online, that has shifted a lot.
Yes, yes.
And it has improvised a lot of
Now
things.
everybody knows about online classes. So whenever we have this pollution break or any break, so we switch to online classes in a minute. Everybody knows how to operate it.
And as a human tendency also, we switch on to YouTube for, learning anything, whether it's a subject or any micro lesson, anything sort of that. Okay. Tell us about the 50,000 snake plant project. How did that idea come to you?
Again, this snake plant, like it's also known as mother-in-law tongue. So first when we heard about it, it was again this pollution time. Delhi has this tag of most polluted city in the world.
Yes.
So something has to be done.
Okay.
And then people were telling about having this air purifiers in every classes and everywhere. So then I saw again on YouTube, I saw some scientists or some research I saw that these snake plants, they curb pollution. They not only purify air, converting carbon dioxide into oxygen, they also, cut down on pollutant gases like SO2, CO, and many other pollutant gases.
Okay.
So we got this idea, and then we went to nearby nurseries, and we kept on bringing more and more snake plants. And now we have around 50,000.
Oh, that's a huge number.
Yeah. So air in our school is much cleaner than outside Delhi.
Yeah, I could see when I was entering the premises.
Everywhere.
So, I could see.
You will see lots of these plants.
Yeah. So how do you include parents in the education ecosystem at your school?
See, including parents is very important. Nowadays, only school cannot go with the development of student. हम क्या करते हैं कि we have 3 auditoriums in our school, and we promote children that they have to come on the stage and speak. Their speaking skills are very important. So we tell parents in the junior classes that they will have to prepare something. It's not that the teacher will be preparing. We tell parents that you have to get your child prepared, and then we will only bring your child on the stage and we will record it, and we will be sending the feedback also to you. So it becomes a kind of competition among parents also, that whose child is speaking better and who is getting what grade. So in that competition, they make sure that whatever they have at home, they will prepare their child and they will send him prepared.
Okay. So that's a good initiative actually. Yeah, parents actually, contribute a lot to the improvement of a child.
It's a two-way system,
Yeah.
One way school alone cannot do anything.
Yeah, so it has to be a two-way.
Yes.
Okay. And what was your reaction when you received the Pride of India award at the House of Commons?
In fact, it was a House of Lords,
Okay.
UK Parliament. Being in UK Parliament itself is a big thing. When you go in, you see Parliament functioning. It's a great feeling. And then getting award there, it's, out of world experience. And we have been doing a lot of things, in school. Like we have a Developed India program, Modi ji's initiative. So if India has to be developed, it has to be started from school level. When our children, whatever we are teaching them, how well we are making them, ready for future. They go out, they work, and this is the young force which can make India developed.
Right.
Otherwise, it will not be easy. It's not an easy job. We have a huge population.
Obviously.
So making India develop is a big challenge.
Okay. So apart from this education, what kind of music actually lifts your mood immediately?
Immediately, like it depends upon situations. When I'm alone, I would like to hear Sufi songs.
Sufi, okay.
Yeah, of lately, my wife Shelly, she introduced me to this Sufi style of songs.
Yeah.
Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and all.
Okay.
Otherwise, I was like a kind of retro person.
Okay.
Listening
Hip-hop.
retro music.
Okay.
But when I go to clubs, obviously techno is something which lifts the mind immediately.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yes.
And if a movie was made on your life, what would be the title and how would it go about? Like,
See, movie on my life will be a flop movie for sure.
okay, why?
It will not work out. You make movie on Buddha, it will be like completely one scene only, sitting in meditation, and days pass, months
Okay.
pass, years pass. Movies are a hit for those people, like Changiz Khan and all those people who did something
Mm-hmm.
fanatic or whatever they did.
Adventurous.
People like to see those kind of movie where a lot of things are happening, lot of murders, lot of violence.
Okay.
So peaceful people, they cannot come in a movie.
Okay.
And same, I think, for myself.
Okay. But I think your movie would be a super hit because these days people are actually looking for some peace.
It can be a documentary kind of movie.
Yeah. Anything, but I think it would work. So do not demotivate yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your comfort food during tough times?
Tough time, it's a time when we travel abroad.
Okay.
Like being vegetarian, it's very difficult to find a food suitable for you. So especially these European countries, it's very tough to find a vegetarian meal.
Mm-hmm.
So tough time, I look for anything I get like fries.
Okay.
Sometimes people mock, they say that, okay, take out the patty and eat the burger. It's vegetarian now.
Is that so?
Yeah, it happened with me in Dublin, I remember.
Okay.
I was asking for a vegetarian burger there and they said that remove the patty and it's vegetarian now.
That's so pathetic. Like.
Yeah, so it's tough sometimes. And fries are something you get everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But every
you
time you can't have fries. No?
You have to survive,
Okay.
It becomes more of a surviving spree rather than, moving around.
But these days, I think we have some options like ready to eat food also. So like we can carry on.
Yeah, we do carry it. And it's a great respite. We cook it and we eat it. That's a very good thing nowadays. Haldiram, they have made this.
Yeah. So what's one book that changed your perspective on life completely?
I remember reading Alchemist like 20 years back.
Okay.
And I remember that dialogue in that, even Shah Rukh Khan has used this dialogue in his movie. Like, आप शिद्दत से अगर किसी चीज को चाहेंगे तो पूरी कायनात जुट जाती है वो आपको दिलाने के लिए. So it happens nowadays. People are doing research in quantum physics.
Okay.
So it's all manifestation. When we manifest in our mind something, that becomes reality. So whole universe, they say that it's all manifestation. Nothing is real. So whatever is being manifested, that comes into reality.
But the process of, I think, manifestation starts when you realize, when you conceptualize things in your mind, and then that energy flows, and I think that's a big process.
That makes things happen.
Yeah. So I think manifestation is just one part of that complete process. Right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So I mean, have you ever applied that? I mean, does this kind of thing work actually?
It does work many times. Even you can try it.
Okay.
If you believe in something, you believe in depth, then you will see things happening. I mean, it's not something like you just sit and believe that Pepsi will come on my table and it comes. But, it takes time, but things happen. Whole universe has happened because of the manifestation. Somebody manifested it and it became into reality. Whole our ancient books and everything is covered with these things only.
What's one thing that your students would be surprised to know about you?
Every person has split personality, I would say.
Yeah.
So same with me also. When we are in school, we are teachers.
Okay.
When we go in the classes, everybody wishes good morning, sir, good afternoon, sir. But when we are at home, we are different. Many times it happens that I cook food also at home. So when I post my videos of cooking, people get surprised.
Okay.
Sir, I have seen your video, you cook food. So what? It's not a big thing. So I love to cook whenever I'm free, mostly Sundays,
Okay.
I cook and I do post also.
Okay.
That surprises many people.
Okay. So to all the students, you can always, try his meal. And he's a big-hearted man. He would definitely share with you.
Sure.
Okay. And who do you turn to when you need advice?
Well, when we need advice, already in your mind deep there is a solution,
Okay.
and you fear that if I ask anybody for advice, there are chances that it can be different from that advice which comes from your mind, within. So I generally listen to my own advice.
Okay.
It's very rare that I would go and ask somebody that what is your advice, and even if I am asking, I will keep my own advice at the front.
Okay. So you usually go with your inner consciousness, your
Yes, yes,
own.
yes, yes.
Okay. That's
It happens with
interesting.
everybody.
Okay.
Whenever we are in confusion, there is already solution inside you, within you. So you have to just sit, relax, and listen to your inner being.
Okay, that's interesting. In fact, whenever you need some advice and you don't find someone else around you, so you just flip a coin in the air, and whatever the kind of answer you are expecting, so you will get the answer. No,
Yeah.
this is one I was
Again,
expecting.
manifestation.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
That's manifestation.
Okay, so if you could build a time capsule, what three things would go in it?
With me,
Yes, in time capsule.
I think I will keep a gun
Okay.
because no idea where we are traveling to.
Okay.
And then I'll have my cell phone,
Okay.
and then a cap. It can
Okay.
be sunny.
Okay. Just three things. These three things. These are very basics.
Yeah, basic things.
Okay. Okay.
Gun will solve most of the purpose.
Okay. If you have to, give up coffee or social media, what would you choose?
Coffee, like I'm not a coffee drinker.
Okay.
So it's not a big thing for
So
me.
it's a challenge to leave social media.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So many, this is a question like it's based on academics. Like so many, students, they rely on sample papers for exam
Yeah.
preparation. So how do full marks books provide an extra edge to students?
See, when I was studying class 12th, we were having our board exam coming, and then I had just extra marks physics, and I lost it.
Okay.
And then because we were very short of time, and it was nothing like we go to the market and buy it, that would waste a lot of time. So I prepared from other books, okay, NCRT, and there were other reference books also. And when I was writing exam that time, I remember that these are the questions coming from full marks, and unfortunately I could not revise from that portion.
Okay.
And then when I was back, I found that book, and I saw many questions were from that
Full
part,
marks.
from that book.
Okay.
And then I regretted, and that was the reason I got less marks in physics.
Okay.
Because whatever I prepared, I had many sample books, but question was little tricky, and it was exactly based on the way this this book had it. So that was an unfortunate incident. I would like my students to tell them that they have to prepare it properly. They have to make sure that they don't lose their favorite book.
So is it like an advice or under the gun?
Obviously, nowadays we cannot say anything with the gun. We have to advise them.
Okay, cool enough. If you were invisible for a day in school, where would you go first?
Well, I would go for dance classes.
Okay.
Because I'm very poor at dancing.
Okay.
So I would secretly go there and see the steps, and I would like to practice it.
Okay.
Being invisible, you can practice.
Have you ever stalked any dance class yourself?
Sometimes when on round, I make sure I see some, and I come back to office and I try to practice it, but it never goes through.
Okay, you want to give a
Yeah.
dance move now?
No, not at all.
Okay. Who would win the race? Students on skates or principals on scooters?
I think scooter,
Okay.
principal on scooter can drive faster.
Okay, cool. What's your
For a
favorite
longer time.
movie?
Favorite movie, I would say when I was young, maybe class 8th, I saw this movie coming on Star Movies, and it was called Fantastic Voyage,
Okay.
in which there were some scientists and they were curing cancer, and these people were on spaceship and they shrunk the ship to micro mini level, and they injected this ship inside the human body. They travel all through heart and every arteries to the brain, and then with laser gun and everything, they cured that cancer. That was very nice movie. I saw it many times.
Okay. That's interesting. Is it
Yeah,
available
science
on
one.
Netflix?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Maybe on YouTube.
YouTube.
Mhm.
Okay. And who is your favorite actor?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah. His way of acting this dialogue deliveries and all, the way
Okay.
he puts his dialogues, it's really very nice. In fact, I keep telling my students also, when you have to speak, you have to copy him, the way he speaks dialogues.
Okay.
I mean, there are many actors in the industry like Salman Khan and Amir Khan and all, but you cannot compare them with Shah Rukh Khan. The way he delivers his dialogues, it's completely different.
Do you want to mimic like him, or
No, I can't. I can't.
you can give a try?
No.
If your shoes could take you instantly anywhere, where would they take you?
Anywhere means in the universe or
Anywhere.
on Earth? I would definitely go to Vaikunt Dham.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Direct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if it can take me, I will go. I would love to go there.
So why? I mean, what's the logic
That's the
behind
ultimate
this?
place,
Okay.
That's the ultimate place where every human being wish to go.
Okay.
And if I have that kind of shows which can take me anywhere, so that would be the place.
Okay.
I would see everybody, how everybody works there.
And if the entry is restricted, then
Then I would tell my shoes. I
back
would
to
rather
the
pray. I would rather pray there. I
okay.
would ask.
Tea in a teacup or tea in a steel glass? What's the vibe?
I think mug.
Okay.
I'm a vicious tea drunker, so I
Okay.
would like to have my tea in a mug. Big.
Okay. A big mug.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
Okay.
every sip,
Mhm.
every morning, when I have my tea session, so I make it big.
Mhm.
And whatever I have with me, I eat that and then the sip of tea.
Okay. So you're a die-hard tea lover.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Pick one. Insta Reels, Netflix binge, or long drive?
Long drive.
Long drive?
Yeah.
You love to drive yourself?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And where do you usually go then?
We we go to Manali very
Okay.
often,
Okay.
like every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the drive is beautiful. The mountains are beautiful. And even I would like to go to Ladakh.
Okay.
It's my dream.
Okay.
Even though I have been to Ladakh, but on airplane.
Mm-hmm.
But this will give a totally different experience.
Through drive or ride?
Driving, yeah.
Driving.
Driving myself.
Okay. That's great. If your life had a hashtag, what would it say?
Hashtag spirituality,
Okay.
adventure,
Okay.
and then love, care.
Okay.
That's
Along with your name? Something?
obviously, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. If your phone had only 3 apps,
Okay.
what would they be?
First would be Google Earth,
Okay.
because in my free time, I'm always looking. I'm spying in China also. I'm zooming and watching that what China is making. And in fact, I have found many places. Maybe the world, even NASA doesn't know about.
And
I've
you
seen
know.
in the desert. Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen in the desert of China something fishy.
Okay.
So I keep doing this. Every remote place on Earth, I love to zoom and see that what's happening there, what kind of people are living, what is the population density. Even I saw penguins in Antarctica. So this is one app I definitely love.
Google Earth.
Yeah, Google
Okay.
Earth. It
And
will
two
always
more?
be on my phone.
Okay. And 2 more?
Then we can have this one app I have, GPS speed.
Okay.
So it tells me speed mid-air also when I'm flying. I keep checking what is the speed of airplane,
Okay.
what speed it lands, what speed it stops, takeoff and landing. Then I would like to have Instagram
Okay.
just to see what people are doing.
Okay. Not yourself reading.
Occasionally, I post also occasionally, but
Okay.
it's rare.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your go-to dance move at the weddings? अब तो आपको करना ही पड़ेगा.
Wedding move. I never go and dance in wedding.
Okay.
It never happened.
Okay.
And when I have to dance, then I'll just stand behind somebody and do this like this.
So this
Otherwise,
is your
I'm very shy.
ultimate.
Yeah,
This is your ultimate dance move.
yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And coffee with anyone who is dead.
From history or
Anyone who is dead, you want to have a coffee with him.
okay, I would like to have a coffee with Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
I would like to see what goes in his mind, what kind of person he was.
Okay.
Although I read a lot about him, but personally sitting and chatting is something different. That will excite me a lot.
Okay. So you really want to scan his brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
What went through his brain?
Okay, cool. And the last question, one word for this podcast.
I would say amazing, superb.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are doing good.
Our pleasure.
Best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end of this power packed conversation with the incredible Dr. Manin Thakur. This episode is really inspiring. From growing trees to growing minds, he truly is a principal with principles. So, thank you for watching this episode, and I would definitely recommend you to subscribe to our channel, Voice of Leadership. Thank you.